6 days a week, 98-year-old Peggy Copham travels a few blocks from her Boulder home to Sacred Heart of Jesus, her place of worship. Here, she prays for her family, for the world, and in the fall, the guys who occupy this place of worship.
It's the most majestic setting in all of college football. This building is rocking right now.
There have been a few times that I think they need some prayer.
End zone! Touchdown! Shedeur Sanders came with the heater.
I tell the Blessed Mother to get interested in this game.
A lot has changed since the Boulder native and her twin Betty were born on November 19th, 1924. But the one thing that has never wavered is Peggy's commitment to the Colorado Buffaloes.
We wanted to go to everything. We just have a loyalty. We're the Colorado natives, and that's our school.
The twins started going to games when they were teenagers and stayed through marriage and motherhood, ever matching and ever present in the last row of Section 104.
They have their pom-poms, they love to cheer. I'm telling you, they'll be here for another 90 years. Unbelievable ladies.
Betty and I never would leave a game early. We always said we would never leave those kids on the field alone.
For 95 years, they were a tandem. But in August of 2020, Betty died after a battle with cancer. The following summer, the university honored the twins with 2 trees and a plaque along the Buff Walk near Folsom Field.
Take room for me up there, Betty. I'm trying on. I'm doing the best I can. We had a lot of fun. God bless you.
I want you to meet this young man right here.
How you doing?
I'm Peggy.
Peggy, how you
Are
doing?
you Prime?
That's what they call
Do
you?
I call you that or?
No, you call me anything
Yeah.
you want. You good.
Well, how about good looking?
There you go.
That'll do. Okay. It's unbelievable what it's been like. I've never would have ever dreamed one man could cause this much excitement and interest.
You know what we need to do when we have the spring game? We need to bring you down on the field.
98-year-old Peggy Copham, a CU superfan. What a moment for her. She's seen some good times. She's seen the bad times.
Peggy's definitely a sweet lady, and she loves Colorado football, so we love her.
Got a game ball here for our most valuable player.
You look at her and you're like, this is a fan. This is the people that we're playing for.
Give me my theme music. Yeah! And then he grabbed me and we started dancing again, and I've got this big football in my arm and trying not to fall down, and here we are dancing.
Peggy and Prime. It's a new tandem, aligned in celebrating a good time, and at long last at Folsom Field, a good team too.
I feel really grateful to have Deion Sanders here. I'm tired of being a good loser. We've been a good loser for many years, and it is really fun to be a good winner. I'm grateful that at my age that I can still be here and cheer for the team.
Thursday morning at the Krispy Kreme store in Muldoon, store manager Candace Sargent got an unusual call.
And for me, I didn't believe it. I was like really astonished.
Her delivery driver reported bears were in the back of his van.
There's no way that bears are in the back of the van. Like, you'd think donuts and bears. And then I was like, okay, well, how do we solve this?
The driver had left the van briefly unattended as he made a regular delivery to an express store on J-Bear. What he didn't know is that a mama black bear and her cubs were regular customers outside the store. And that morning, they were on the prowl for something sweet to eat.
She was happy because she'd been looking for garbage.
Base store manager Shelly Diano heard noises coming from the van and quickly realized what was happening.
I said, he's in the van. And then the little cub followed and went inside the van, and then they just started eating the donuts.
Diano snapped a few pictures of the hungry bears chowing down.
You could hear them like breaking open the packages. We were trying to beat on the van, but they just kept eating all the donuts. They ate 20 packages of the donut holes. And then I believe 6 packages of the 3-pack chocolate donuts they did.
The experience has led the Krispy Kreme crew to do things a little differently in the future.
We'll definitely be learning to slide up our ramp, close the doors to ensure that bears don't get back in there again. So,
a good way to protect their product, but not such good news for bears in search of a tasty treat.
Sinto-me jovem, gostei muito, é uma participação muito agradável, é uma maneira da gente conhecer como é que se faz os grafites, para quem gosta como eu, e adorei.
Normalmente eles chegam com uma opinião má sobre o que é a arte urbana ou o grafite porque misturam tudo. Ou seja, simplesmente não gostam do tag, não gostam das paredes sujas da cidade e depois aqui nós damos-lhe essa possibilidade de eles perceberem as diferenças, o que é bom, o que é mau, porque também existe, mas pelo menos ficam a entender o que é bom e ficam a entender essa parte boa do que é a arte urbana e os benefícios que traz.
Gostava de ver as paredes, gostava de ver as pessoas a fazerem as coisas. Mas para eu fazer, não. Nunca pensei em fazer nada nestas coisas. Posso fazer tudo que me der na gana.
Senti-me maravilhosamente bem, esqueci de tudo lá fora, não me lembrei de nada enquanto estive neste trabalho e foi muito bom, fui muito aliviada.
Everyone feels invincible until they're not. That was me. The first 18 years of my life was built on ED Street. I was a biochemistry major, ready to enter the world of neurology. Well, I did enter that world, but not how I was planning. On March 16th, 2013, I was walking across the street in Chicago and was hit by a drunk driver. My body flew 15 feet in the air and I landed on my head. This is me 10 years later. I had to regain every ounce of who I am. Beyond having to learn to walk, talk, eat, smile, and think, I have to remember how to put together a life for myself again. This is what I know for sure. I was lucky enough to be born twice. I don't waste my days longing for the first 18 years. Instead, I know, all in all, that there is a greater plan or purpose. But as a survivor of the unbelievable, all I can tell you is that I chose not to offer myself up to the burden. The sun will rise, and there's always the opportunity to restart and continue on.
A group of North Texas high schoolers are on a mission to help their custodian retire.
The 80-year-old actually had to come out of retirement and work as a janitor to make ends meet due to high living costs. 3 seniors at Callisburg High School created a GoFundMe account to help raise money so that Mr. James can live comfortably. They posted a TikTok video that has since gone viral, raising $10,000 in just 12 hours. Most of the donations, by the way, came from students.
It was crazy to see something that, we knew people would want to help, but we didn't know it would blow up.
It's just so sad seeing an 80-year-old man having to do things that no 80-year-old person should have to do.
What a blessing. The students remain hopeful that they can continue to raise money so that Mr. James can eventually retire for good.
Hopefully that money keeps coming in.
Yes.